everyone, it's Doreen with Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. I have a project to share with you today, and this is for my Garden Dreams kit from my kit club. I'm just working on some of the packaging, and so I thought I'd take you along and do a craft with me. I did do the back side. This is some vintage tool that I have here. It's just this really pretty white tool. And then I've done the book pages underneath that, so I just glued that on. Okay, and let me see. This is what it looks like when you open it up. So this measures 4 by 4, and again, here is the packaging. I picked these up at the thrift store. I thought this would be a great idea to recycle, as packaging is part of the presentation for my kits, and so this is why I'm using the packaging here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut this open it up, and then that becomes your pocket. Okay, and then this is what's inside, which I was thinking about tea dyeing it and seeing how it would look when it comes out tea dyed, so we'll see how that turns out later. So this is your pocket, and then all you need is a few supplies, some ribbon, some trims, just to decorate this up. And then I have a piece of vintage music note paper here that I've just cut up, and that will go over the top here like so. Okay, and I'm not too worried about this right here because we're going to cover that up, so we're just going to glue that down. I'm using fabric tack, but you can use any type of glue that you would like. This is just what I have close by right now. And then we're just gonna put this on the cover. And then I have this really pretty trim right here. I'm going to put that on the corner here, but I also have a piece of lace that I want to add to that. So let me get that piece of lace. I had it right here. Looks like this. It's just a little half of a circle piece of lace. We're going to add that to the corner. All right. So just to give it a little interest on the side, I'm just putting this right here. And then I'll add a little bit more glue to here just to bring this up. I'm trying to remember, oh, okay, I guess it doesn't really matter. The only thing I don't like about fabric tack is it does leave a little bit of a finish underneath. And I do have art glitter glue, but I would need a lot of art glitter glue to do 30 of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my glue here. And then I need a little bow. So I just have this pretty vintage material here. We're also going to be using this on the top as well. So I'm just going to make a tiny bow. And that's going to give it a little bit of interest here in the little part right here. A little dab will do ya. And because it has the strings, I like that shabby look, but I don't like all those strings hanging down like that. So there's that. And then I have this trim. It has this kind of a tool look to it. I'm turning it on the opposite side as the side here. I'm just going to glue that to the top. Now I didn't do any distressing on this, but if you wanted to add your ink you can, but it's pretty much all going to get covered up. So I kind of just wanted to do it kind of simple. So it looks like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of that trim see if I can cut this a little bit. It's a little too wide. I love these sheer materials because they look really good when you layer up on top of things, especially these like tool material. It's good to have another layer over it. And then you just pinch so it kind of gives it a little bit of a ruffle effect, so it's not completely straight there. And I keep all these little bits because see, that one little piece right there could do something really cool on a project, so I do keep those. And then you have your quick little pocket here. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of the trim. I'm not quite happy with that it's not covering over that red. Let me just go ahead and add some of this to it. There, now you never know that red is there unless you're looking for it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to decorate this cover with some of the elements that I've created. So what I did, this is a really simple file folder. The paper, I crumpled up the paper and put it down here. This is tissue paper that I crumpled up, another piece of vintage music notes, a piece of doily down here just kind of tucked in, and so you have this kind of a stair step effect going on. This is going to be the base to build up the folder. Okay, so we made our pocket. This is what the pocket looks like. Super cute, right? And so this will go right here, kind of on an angle like that. I just haven't decided if I want to Velcro this down or not. So I'm thinking I'd like to be able to remove it, but I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go ahead and I think we're just going to go ahead and glue it down. So I have more of this trim here that we're going to put on the edge over here to kind of fill this in a little bit with some more color, and that's going to go like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay. All right. So I like to kind of fill it in with this. Kind of tack it down there. And that'll give this something right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I just feel like it'd be better secured if I glue it down, so we're just going to do that. Sorry, I'm shaking the table a little. Probably should hold it up and do that, right? So want to make sure it's down good. This is a great idea to send swap mail in. I know there's a lot of videos out there with folders, but I've been using these for packaging because it makes it so much easier for me to combine all the items that I place in the kits, and also it gives me a chance to kind of give a little piece of my work as well. And so that's why I like to make it. And then all we have to do is add our trim, and I have this this ruffle here. I think I got it off of a material. I want to say Hobby Lobby sells this. I'm not sure. I believe this might have been a shirt or something that I got mine from, but I think I've seen it at Hobby Lobby. So I want to give my little envelope a little half skirt, kind of. I think that's what I want to do. I don't want to make it look so like exact on the envelope. So we're gonna just glue that. So it kind of gives this an edge as well. Trying to see here. Trying not to show this like shabby cut here that I did. Just place it down till you get it where you want it. I don't think I like that, you guys. I think I'm gonna end up going across this thing here. Let's see. I like that better. This is some really pretty fabric though. We'll just glue a little bit of this down under it. I kind of didn't tack that part down here because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a flower to go right here. Let me see what I want to put there. I just feel like it needs something in the corner. I'll have to think about that. And I'll be right back, you guys. Alright everyone, I'm back, and so I wanted to show you what I decided to use on the front of the folder, since this is called the Garden Dreams. I love bird nests, birds, anything like that that is nature related in the shabby chic style. So I went ahead and I'm going to build a bird's nest. So I have this really cool material. This is what it looks like. I've had it in my stash for a very long time, and I knew that I wanted to make some bird nest out of it because I used this on my my bird. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to show you that. Hold on. Okay, so here's my bird's nest that I created. I showed a video on this, but I did not show this bird. So what I did is in the bird decorated here that I did, I just added some lace and some a snowflake for the base to give it some stability. I added another snowflake. It was some kind of a Christmas snowflake from Michael's, and I just really liked it because it had hearts on it. So I used that as my base and kind of built up around it. But you see right here where I put it on the bird, around the neck there. And then I also built a bird's nest. And I thought that was the cutest thing. I made this last year. I believe it was last year. Like I said, I have a video on my bird's nest, and I created this with one of my opulent lace nest kit. It came with a, let's see, I'm trying to see which, oh, it goes this way. It came with the, it came with a bed spring. I couldn't think of the name of that thing. It came with a bed spring, and we created this here to make a lace nest. It was inspired by Jeanette, who is My Cottage Crafts here on YouTube. It was inspired by hers, included all of these different trims and, you know, laces and stuff like that. So when I did the video, I came back after I showed the video and I made the bird to sit inside of it. So the bird sits like that in the nest, and then it sits on the bird spring. It sits on the bed spring. So anyway, so that's that. And then I also, these were in a past kit that I used before. I don't remember which kit it was, you guys, but these are beautiful, and they have a lot of the seed beads in them. So I glued the backs, the strings, I glued them, and then I let them dry. So that's what we're going to use in the nest. So here is the back of the nest. It's just one vintage doily here, kind of a small doily. Let me see the size, about 1.5 inches. And then what I did is I glued inside around it, and then I glued the trim inside so that it made the nest. So that's what I have so far. I did a bunch of them, so now I have to come back and decorate them. So yeah, but I'm just gonna put one together today with you guys, okay? And I'll finish the rest off camera because it is kind of the same thing over and over again, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna cut these little ends off, and we can use that for something else. And the beads do still fall off, but that's okay. So you see how this is just like one big piece? It's just a little too much for that. So I like to cut it kind of at a triangle there. See that? That's what it looks like. So you have three pearls. And I like the rosette in there because it gives it a little bit more strength as well. And so I was thinking about possibly, I'm gonna cut this one off too because it's kind of an odd piece. So if I do this and I do that, it's kind of a full little nest. So it has a little bit of tulle in there hanging out. And I like little bits of elements hanging out in my projects. I got a little bit too much glue, you guys. Trying to get that tulle piece out of there. Cut this little tuning piece off here. So you will have some, like I said, you will have some beads falling off. And that's okay. I'm just going to glue this. And once you get your glue down in there, it'll hold the beads in too. Kind of falling all over the place in here. Some of this in there. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Oh, I like that better. Yeah, that gives it a little bit of extra color in there too. And then all you do is, I'll just add a garment pin. So here's the cover we were working on. Remember I said I needed something over here? I remembered why I didn't have anything there, because I was going to pin it like right here. I was planning on pinning this with a garment pin to here so that it's removable. I try to make my things removable. See here? This is removable, and this one is removable. Thought that was really fun. Quick and easy, right? Just a few simple, you could use wedding appliques. You know, there's so many different little things you could use with this. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll be back. Bye.